Fahrenheit 451 by Bradbury. Chapter 1: The Hearth and the Salamander. Guy Montag, a fireman in a future dystopian society where books are outlawed and firemen burn them, begins to question his role in society. During his nightly walk home, Montag encounters Clarisse, his young, vibrant neighbor, whose curious nature and probing questions ignite doubt in Montag's mind about his profession and life. She asks if he is happy, a question that lingers with profound effect. Montag's wife, Mildred, is obsessed with the shallow entertainments of the society, particularly the interactive parlor walls, giant television screens that form a significant part of their home. Her alienation and disconnection become apparent when she overdoses on sleeping pills, an event which Montag realizes has become routine due to the constant attention of medical personnel. The contrast between Montag's growing awareness and Mildred's numb existence provides a stark portrayal of their world's defects. As Montag becomes more disillusioned with his life, he recalls an encounter he had a decade earlier with a retired English professor named Faber. This memory begins to feed his curiosity about books and what they might contain, even as his behavior begins attracting scrutiny. The chapter sets up the conflict between conformity and the quest for knowledge, highlighting Montag's internal struggle and laying the groundwork for his transformative journey. Chapter 2: The Sieve in the Sand. Montag's inner turmoil grows after witnessing a woman choose to be burned alive with her books rather than live in a world without them. The event leaves a deep impression on him, intensifying his quest for understanding. He turns to Faber, the former English professor, as an ally and mentor in his search for knowledge, despite the risks involved. In this chapter, we see Montag's clandestine rebellion begin as he starts to read the stolen books. However, the act of reading is not enough. Montag is desperate to understand and absorb the ideas within, but finds himself struggling, as exemplified by his futile attempts to memorize passages from the Bible while on the subway. The metaphor of trying to fill a sieve with sand underscores Montag's frustration and the overwhelming nature of his new, chaotic thoughts. Faber helps Montag conceptualize his vague discontent with society, outlining the three necessary elements for a fulfilling life: quality of information, the leisure to digest it, and the freedom to act based on knowledge. Amid growing societal tensions, Montag and Faber devise a plan to subvert the fireman system, aiming to expose the public to books and ideas. Chapter 3: Burning Bright. The story reaches its climax as Montag's internal rebellion becomes manifest. His captain, Beatty, becomes aware of Montag's duplicity through his erratic behavior and Clarisse's disappearance, confronting him with a lecture on the dangers of books. The confrontation escalates, leading Montag to kill Beatty in self-defense. This marks a point of no return, forcing Montag to leave behind his former life entirely. Montag's flight is a desperate bid for survival, as he becomes a fugitive in a society where his every move is tracked. He evades the relentless mechanical hound and uses the cover of the river to escape the city. On his journey, assisted by an underground network of book lovers, Montag realizes the fragility and necessity of preserving knowledge for future generations. The narrative highlights Montag's transformation from a conforming fireman into a protector of wisdom. The novel concludes with Montag finding hope among a group of intellectuals, books who have each memorized a work of literature. As they witness the destruction of the city by bombing, a new beginning is suggested, and Montag envisions a future where he might help in rebuilding a society capable of valuing the culture and knowledge it once destroyed.